we were talking a little bit earlier, and you kind of told us some more about yourself and some of the cool things that you've done, and including the Cocodona 250, which when you told me about it, the 250 in there represent miles, in case you're wondering, which is like not just an ultra marathon, it's like an ultra marathon. So tell us more about that. What got you into it? Why did you do that to yourself?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. One that I asked myself several times during that race itself. The ultra running in general, it's just kind of an extension of just trying something new and seeing where it goes. When we first moved our company to Utah, I tried a little triathlon, and I was really terrible. So, but my nature is try something out and fail or do terrible, but then figure out what it was I did terrible at. Dissect it and figure out where those little areas of improvement lie. And so that little triathlon eventually grew into Ironmans. And I got to be semi-competitive in Ironman. I'm a competitive guy, played sports growing up, played 1 year of football in college, so I still mentally consider myself a D1 athlete, even though I was a walk-on, but that's another story. But yeah, and then those triathlons ended up me focusing on running, because running was my worst element of the triathlon. I could swim and bike really well, but my run was bad. I kept getting passed by people and embarrassed, and I wanted to get better at running. So I found out about ultra running. I found out about the Wasatch 100. Just happened to be at a hotel that was the finish line of the race, and it had some signage inside. And I was like, "What's this?" And they said, "It's the Wasatch 100." And I'm like, "People do this?" And they go, "Oh yeah, this is the finish line." So I researched it online. I'm like, maybe I try that. So I tried the Wasatch 100, and I did terrible. And I almost had kidney failure, and a whole bunch of bad stuff happened, but the same thing, same process, like analyze it. David Goggins talks a lot about, the going after, I forget his exact words, but it's basically like looking at your effort in retrospect and diagnosing the areas that you can get better. It's the same exact thing. So I did that, and the next year I came back and I cut off 4.5 hours off my time, and then I started getting better and better, but then I came to like this area where I plateaued, and for 2 years, my times were identical. I worked out, I did everything I could, but I hit the glass ceiling. Same thing as triathlon. I hired a coach that specialized in ultra running. He taught me the tricks. He taught me how to eat right. He taught me how to train right, everything else. And then the glass ceiling was removed, and then the times got even better, and had some really good results in the last couple of years. 3 or 4 different victories, some top 10 results and some hundreds. And so stuff that I never thought ever. Like, I'm just a regular dude. I'm just an engineer. I'm a software developer. Like, what business do I have being on the same course as these runners? Like, some of them are sponsors. Some of them are in magazines. Some of them are running coaches. Like, their lives are running. My life's not running. My life is my family. My life is my work and the investments I make. But yeah, it was a very, very interesting path of how it led to that. And then ultimately, the hundreds became kind of comfortable. And I'm a big believer in growth happens on the other side of the boundary of your comfort zone. Like, that area out there is where the good stuff happens. The area in here, it's comfort, but you're not really progressing at a very good clip if you're in your comfort zone. So I learned about the Cocodona 250, and that seemed like something like super hard. Like, it's so far out of the comfort zone. It's like in a different zip code of the comfort zones, right? And so I signed up for that. Hired a good team. I actually saw a friend do it once. All of us need a friend in life that shows us the art of the possible. Because when I saw my friend do it, that's the first time I thought maybe I could do it. Because before I was like, no way, that's never going to happen. That's 2.5 times further than I've ever gone. Like, that's off limits. So.